Ronnie O'Sullivan kicks off the first semi-final of the Shanghai Masters. Given his performance, it's surprising he's still in the competition. Just the day before, he had a tough time against John Higgins but managed to pull through with a remarkable finish. Meanwhile, Mark Selby showcased his skills against Judd Trump, delivering impressive breaks of 75, 63, 87, 80, and 83, resulting in a dominant 6-1 victory. The history between O'Sullivan and Selby is rich, with many high-profile matches under their belts. O'Sullivan leads 16-11 in their head-to-head matchups. Given their past encounters, this semi-final promises to be a thrilling two-session match that fans will be glued to all day. The significance of this match is evident. Both players have had numerous memorable encounters, with each having their moments of glory against the other. Going into this match, it's hard to predict a clear favorite. Some might lean towards Selby due to his recent performance, but the margin is razor thin. O'Sullivan, despite facing challenges in his previous matches, has shown resilience and determination, proving that every day brings a new opportunity. The atmosphere at the venue is electric. With only one table set up for the semi-finals, it feels almost like the grand finale. O'Sullivan's performance against Higgins was particularly noteworthy. Despite facing the possibility of an early exit, he managed to turn things around with some exceptional plays. His record in Shanghai remains unbroken, having not lost a match there since 2016. O'Sullivan has been self-critical about his performance in the tournament. Yet, moments of brilliance, like his match-winning century against Higgins, remind fans of his undeniable talent. His patience and attitude, especially during challenging times, have been commendable. These traits will be crucial against an opponent like Selby. Selby, on the other hand, has been in top form. His match against Trump was a testament to his skills, with a series of breaks and a fluid gameplay. His performance against Trump might have been his best in years, considering Trump's recent resurgence. Selby's versatility on the table makes him a formidable opponent. He's not just a tactical player, he can score big when the opportunity arises. A recent play saw him split the bunch effectively, though the outcome wasn't as favorable as he hoped. Such shots, especially the thin clips, are indicative of a player's sharpness and form. The atmosphere in the arena is electric as two of snooker's greatest champions, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby, face off. The weight of anticipation is palpable, with every spectator aware of the rich history and rivalry between these two giants of the game. From the outset, both players seem to have found their groove. Their cues glide smoothly, and the balls scatter with precision, indicating that they've both settled into their rhythm early on. Historically, while O'Sullivan has often been the crowd favorite and boasts a lead in their overall head-to-head record, Selby has a knack for shining in multi-session matches. Their past encounters are a testament to their prowess and determination. The Crucible has been a witness to some of their most memorable clashes, where the tension was so thick it could be cut with a knife. Mark Selby's achievements against O'Sullivan are particularly noteworthy. He has managed to defeat the snooker legend in the finals of all three Triple Crown tournaments, the Masters, the UK Championship, and the World Championship. This is no small feat, especially when one considers that he's facing someone often dubbed the greatest snooker player of all time. As the match unfolds, the intricacies of the game become increasingly evident. Selby, known for his strategic and methodical approach, often opts for shots that may not seem immediately aggressive but position him advantageously in the long run. His ability to control the game, to dictate its pace and flow, is a masterclass in snooker strategy.
29.
Every move he makes is calculated, every shot intended to either build a lead or put O'Sullivan in a tight spot. O'Sullivan, on the other hand, is a force of nature. His physical prowess on the table, combined with his sharp tactical mind, makes him a formidable opponent. He has an uncanny ability to dissect a table, to see opportunities and angles that others might miss. His shots, executed with precision and flair, often leave the audience in awe. The frame sees its fair share of twists and turns.
10.
The audience, larger now with only one table in play, is engrossed in every moment. The tournament itself boasts a stellar lineup, with other snooker greats like Neil Robertson and Luca Brecel waiting for their turn in the spotlight. The intensity of the match doesn't wane. Every decision, every shot, is crucial. O'Sullivan, capitalizing on a rare mistake from Selby, manages to pot a challenging shot, showcasing his unparalleled skill. Having narrowly escaped defeat in a previous match, O'Sullivan seems even more determined, more focused. His performance today is a marked improvement from the previous day, sharper and more decisive.
10. $13. 17.
As the frame draws to a close, it's O'Sullivan who emerges victorious, taking the lead in what promises to be a riveting encounter. The score, 1-0 in favor of O'Sullivan, sets the stage for a thrilling continuation of this clash between two snooker titans.
28.
As Selby takes his shot, there's a collective intake of breath from the audience. He aims with a significant left-hand side spin, a technique he's mastered over the years. But the cloth, with its fresh slickness, causes the ball to deviate more than anticipated. Instead of striking his intended target, the last red of the bunch, the ball grazes a neighboring red, sending the cue ball on an unintended trajectory. This deviation, while minor, has significant implications in a game where every millimeter counts. Seizing the opportunity presented by Selby's misjudgment, Ronnie O'Sullivan, a titan in the world of snooker, steps up. However, even the great O'Sullivan seems to grapple with the table's new dynamics. His shot, which under normal circumstances would have been executed flawlessly, goes slightly awry. It's evident that both players, despite their vast experience, are adjusting to the table's fresh condition. Every shot now carries an added layer of challenge, making the match even more riveting. Yet, amidst these initial hiccups, Selby manages to showcase his brilliance. With a shot that can only be described as artistry in motion, he breaks into the bunch of reds. The balls scatter, but fate isn't on Selby's side. The cue ball's path becomes obstructed, leaving him in a less than ideal position. This game, it seems, is full of twists and turns.
8. $21.
Not to be outdone, O'Sullivan rises to the occasion. In a display of sheer skill and finesse, he delivers a series of shots that leave the audience in awe. First, the green ball finds its mark, followed by a controlled and precise long red shot. Then, with the touch of a maestro, O'Sullivan nudges the reds, opening up the table for subsequent plays. This sequence is a testament to O'Sullivan's unparalleled prowess, a reminder of why he's revered in the snooker world.
$39.
However, the shadow of Selby's earlier play looms large. His aggressive break of the reds, which led to an unintentional pot in the right middle, is a moment that remains etched in the minds of the spectators. As the frame progresses, O'Sullivan, in a surprising turn of events, finds himself in a quandary.
46.
A minor misjudgment on the pink shot could potentially tilt the balance in Selby's favor.
1.
After the nail-biting finish of the first frame, O'Sullivan is acutely aware that he cannot afford to hand Selby any advantages. The tension in the arena is palpable. Every move, every shot is scrutinized, as two of snooker's greatest champions navigate the challenges presented by the game and the nuances of the new tablecloth. The match promises to be a roller coaster, and the audience is here for the ride. In the world of snooker, few matchups generate as much anticipation and excitement as the one between Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby. Their encounters are not just games, they are epic battles of wit, skill, and strategy. Every frame, every shot, and every decision carries weight. The significance of each frame is amplified when these two legends are at the table.
27.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, often dubbed the Rocket for his swift and aggressive style, has historically been a force to reckon with right from the start of any match. His ability to front run and build momentum is unparalleled in the game's history. However, in Mark Selby, he finds an opponent who is his equal, if not more, in terms of tenacity and resilience.
36.
Selby's reputation as the comeback king is well earned. He has, time and again, showcased his ability to claw back from seemingly impossible situations, making him a formidable opponent for anyone, including O'Sullivan. This particular frame was a testament to the high stakes and the razor-thin margins that define their encounters. O'Sullivan's missed black ball could have been a turning point. It was an uncharacteristic error, one that gave Selby a window of opportunity. Yet, in snooker, the game's beauty lies in its unpredictability. The pink ball, which became the epicenter of this frame's drama, witnessed a series of exchanges that can only be described as nail-biting. It was like watching a Grand Slam tennis final, where every rally is a battle in itself. As the match progresses, one thing is clear: this is not just another game. It's a psychological and strategic marathon. In the bustling atmosphere of this Shanghai Masters, the semi-final match is a spectacle that has everyone on the edge of their seats. Mark Selby, known for his meticulous and strategic gameplay, started the second frame out of a potential 19. The grand stage, a testament to the significance of this match, is adorned with a table that immediately captures attention. The cloth, pristine and untouched, gleams under the spotlight, signaling the commencement of the semi-finals. But this isn't just about aesthetics. This new cloth subtly alters the game's dynamics, introducing an element of unpredictability. Both players had their moments, their chances to seal the deal, but it was O'Sullivan who emerged victorious, cutting the pink and securing the frame. With two closely contested frames already in O'Sullivan's pocket, Selby is undoubtedly feeling the pressure. But knowing him and his never-say-die attitude, he's far from out of this contest. The current scoreline of 2-0 in favor of O'Sullivan sets the stage for what promises to be a riveting continuation of this Shanghai showdown. In the world of snooker, few names resonate as profoundly as Ronnie O'Sullivan. Holding a two-frame advantage in this match, he's once again proving why he's considered one of the greats. However, this lead, while significant, hasn't been effortlessly achieved. Each frame has been a testament to the player's skills, strategies, and the unpredictable nature of the game. As they navigate through the opening session, consisting of 9 intense frames, the anticipation builds. The winner will earn the privilege of facing either the formidable Neil Robertson or the talented Luca Brecel in the Grand Sunday final, adding another layer of pressure to the proceedings.
Foul.
China, with its rich snooker history, has always presented unique challenges for players. The conditions, often different from European venues, require players to adapt quickly. O'Sullivan's frequent cue wiping in the early stages of the previous day was not just a ritual, but a necessary adjustment to the humid environment. Such nuances, while seemingly minor, can have a significant impact on the game's flow. A stark reminder of this was when an unexpected and thunderous kick disrupted a shot, causing the cue ball to deviate from its intended path, stopping far from the top cushion. Such moments, rare as they are, can shift the momentum in an opponent's favor. O'Sullivan's prowess was on full display when he executed a near-perfect shot, hitting the cue ball just off straight. It was a clear demonstration of his unparalleled skill, focus, and years of experience. However, even legends have their moments of miscalculation. O'Sullivan's occasional misjudgment of the table's pace was a surprising oversight, reminding fans and opponents alike of his human side. A pivotal moment arrived when O'Sullivan missed a crucial shot, opening the door for Mark Selby to claw his way back into contention. Selby, no stranger to high-pressure situations, recognized the golden opportunity. Having had potential winning moments in the first 2 frames, he was now presented with another chance to change the narrative. The history between these two players is rich and storied. Their encounters have often been the highlight of tournaments. Their last significant face-off was at the final of the 2020 Scottish Open. In that encounter, Selby showcased his dominance with a resounding 9-3 victory. However, memories of their unforgettable semi-final clash at the Crucible during the World Championship still linger. In that match, O'Sullivan, in a display of sheer determination and skill, managed a dramatic win in a nail-biting decider.
21.
As the current match unfolded, every shot, every decision, and every strategy became magnified. The outcome of these next few plays could very well set the tone for the rest of the match, and perhaps the entire tournament. In the high-stakes world of professional snooker, every frame counts. The match between Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby was no exception. O'Sullivan, a seasoned player with numerous accolades under his belt, started strong with a 2-0 lead. However, as any snooker enthusiast would know, a lead in the early stages doesn't guarantee a win, especially when facing a formidable opponent like Selby. The setting was China, a country with a rich snooker history and challenging playing conditions. The humidity and atmospheric variations often play a role in how the table behaves. O'Sullivan, perhaps more than others, seemed to feel the weight of these conditions. Observers noted his frequent need to wipe down his cue, a subtle acknowledgement of the external challenges at play. As the frames unfolded, Selby found himself in a critical juncture. He had to maintain a strategy that revolved around the pink balls. For the uninitiated, the choice of balls and the sequence in which they are potted can make a significant difference in the game's outcome. A single deviation or miscalculation can shift the momentum entirely.
Foul.
Selby, capitalizing on the situation, potted a crucial red ball. This achievement wasn't just about points, it was a statement, signaling his intent to remain competitive. As the players prepared for the next frame, the scoreboard read 2-1 in favor of O'Sullivan. The Shanghai arena is buzzing with palpable excitement. Fans from all corners have gathered, eager to witness a semi-final match that promises to be one for the ages. The early stages of this showdown have already delivered a rollercoaster of emotions, with each frame unfolding like a mini-drama of its own. Ronnie O'Sullivan, a name synonymous with snooker excellence, currently holds a slender lead of 2-1 over Mark Selby. But in a game where fortunes can turn on a dime, this lead is anything but comfortable. Both players are acutely aware of the significance of this frame, the last one before the first interval. This session, consisting of 9 frames, is just the appetizer. The main course will be the subsequent session, which could stretch to 10 more frames, testing the player's stamina, strategy, and mental fortitude. Mark Selby, often referred to as the jester from Leicester, might be trailing, but he's no stranger to pressure. Having secured a frame, he must be drawing upon memories of past victories, reminding himself that he's been in tougher spots before. He could, after all, have been 2 frames up had fate been kinder. Memories of a less successful attempt from 2 frames ago might be playing at the back of his mind. but champions like Selby know how to push past such memories, focusing
7.
solely on the task at hand. On the other side of the table stands Ronnie O'Sullivan, often dubbed the Rocket for his rapid playing style. The challenges of adapting to a brand new cloth on the table add another layer of complexity. Such nuances might seem trivial to the casual observer, but to the seasoned professional, they can make all the difference. Adjusting to these changes while under the spotlight requires not just skill, but immense mental strength. The art of break building is akin to a chess grandmaster plotting several moves ahead. Both players, in their unique styles, demonstrate this artistry. Instead of diving headfirst into the pack of reds, they opt for a more strategic approach, picking off the loose balls and waiting for the opportune moment to strike. When Selby finally decides to scatter the pack, he's faced with a challenging shot. The power and precision required are immense, and the subsequent play sees him falter, missing the green ball.
Mark Selby, 29.
Such moments can be turning points in matches. O'Sullivan, ever the opportunist, knows this is his chance to capitalize. O'Sullivan found himself in a precarious situation, having to bridge over a red ball. This move was not only awkward, but also crucial. The game's intricacies were evident when Ronnie attempted a shot across the baulk line. This move was risky, given the slate line's potential to throw the cue ball off its intended path. However, with precision and skill, he managed to navigate this challenge successfully. The pendulum of momentum swings constantly in such long-format matches, and every shot, every decision, can have far-reaching consequences. As the players navigate the labyrinth of this match, the audience is treated to a masterclass in skill, strategy, and sportsmanship. The semi-final in Shanghai is shaping up to be not just a game, but a saga of two greats battling for supremacy. The tension in the room was palpable. As the game progressed, it was evident that the positioning of the balls was becoming increasingly challenging. One of the main challenges in snooker is maintaining prime position. Once lost, players often find themselves scrambling to recover. In this match, the players were no different. Every move, every shot was a testament to their skill and strategy. The game's history is filled with legendary moments, like the iconic break by Alex Higgins against Jimmy White in 1982. Despite being out of position for most of the break, Higgins managed to pop ball after ball, showcasing his exceptional skill. Such moments are a testament to the unpredictability and excitement of snooker. Mark Selby, another player in the match, was known for his strategic prowess. Even when trapped in seemingly impossible situations, Selby would always find a way out, often leaving his opponents in awe. His ability to design shots skillfully, even in dire circumstances, set him apart from many other players. The game continued with both players showcasing their skills, making incredible shots, and leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. Selby's resilience was particularly noteworthy. Even when faced with challenging shots, he always found a way to turn the situation to his advantage. The match was a true testament to the players' skill, strategy, and determination. Neither player was willing to give an inch, making it a nail-biting experience for the audience. As the game progressed, it became clear that this was one of the great rivalries in modern snooker. With both players tied at 2-2 and 5 more frames to play, the outcome was anyone's guess. The ongoing match between two of snooker's titans, O'Sullivan and Selby, has been a slow burner, not quite delivering the explosive performances that many fans and pundits had anticipated. The absence of significant breaks and defining moments has left the audience waiting with bated breath, eager for the tide to turn. Both O'Sullivan and Selby, seasoned players with a rich history in the sport, seem to be treading cautiously. Their every move on the table reflects a deep-seated awareness of each other's capabilities. This mutual respect, while evident in their gameplay, doesn't necessarily translate off the table. They might not share personal camaraderies or dinner plans, but when it comes to snooker, their admiration for each other's prowess is undeniable. The match has been a testament to their strategic minds and the ability to think several moves ahead. While the audience eagerly awaits a series of big numbers and defining breaks, the players are engrossed in a mental chess match, each trying to outwit the other. Selby, in particular, has had a slightly better run in this tournament compared to O'Sullivan, but the difference is marginal, and the game could swing in any direction. A notable moment that captured the essence of their relationship was O'Sullivan's gracious tap on the table, acknowledging Selby's play. This gesture, simple yet profound, underscores the deep respect they hold for each other as professionals. Both players have had their fair share of iconic moments in the sport. For instance, Selby's unforgettable performance against Judd Trump stands out, where he managed to turn the game around and clinch the title, a testament to his resilience and skill. However, snooker is not just about the big moments or the flashy breaks. It's a game of patience, strategy, and endurance. Players often find themselves in situations where they have to play the waiting game, biding their time and looking for the perfect opportunity. Both O'Sullivan and Selby excel in this approach. Their relentless pursuit of perfection, even when they are at the top of their game, sets them apart from the rest. They are never complacent, always seeking ways to improve and refine their techniques. Selby's expertise in navigating challenging situations has been evident throughout the match. His consistent ability to make precise shots, especially the thin glances, showcases his mastery over the game's nuances. In this match, he's been tasked with the monumental challenge of keeping a player of O'Sullivan's caliber at bay. His strategic moves, like sending the cue ball to specific spots, have been instrumental in maintaining an edge. One of the recent plays saw Selby benefit from a fluke. While it was unintentional, it was the outcome of a well-thought-out safety shot. Such moments, where strategy intertwines with a dash of luck, encapsulate the unpredictable nature of snooker. As the match unfolds, with its ebb and flow, it's evident that both players are leaving no stone unturned, making it a riveting spectacle for fans and a masterclass in strategy and skill. In the world of snooker, every move, every shot, and every decision can change the course of a match. This time, Selby, known for his meticulous gameplay and strategic thinking, made an unexpected error. It was a moment that surprised many, given his reputation for precision. Ronnie O'Sullivan, on the other hand, has always been a player of evolution. Over the years, he's been vocal about his journey of self-discovery on the snooker table. He's often toyed with different cue actions, searching for that perfect rhythm and balance. Currently, it seems he's on another such exploratory path. To the untrained eye, the changes might seem minuscule, but for those who followed Ronnie's career, these adjustments are both intriguing and telling. It's a testament to his relentless pursuit of perfection that even amidst these experiments, he remains a formidable opponent. The dynamics of the match were intriguing. While Ronnie's cue action displayed subtle changes, suggesting a possible internal battle of techniques, Selby seemed more grounded in his approach. But even the best have their moments of doubt, and Selby's rare misjudgment was a testament to that. The upcoming English Open in Brentwood looms large on Selby's horizon. As the defending champion, the weight of expectation will be heavy. This event will also mark the beginning of the much-anticipated Home Nations Series, a highlight in the snooker calendar. Selby's recent victory at the WST Classic in Leicester further underscores his prowess. In an era where the competition is fierce, managing to clinch 2 ranking events in a single season is no small feat, and let's not forget his commendable journey to the World Final, a testament to his consistent brilliance.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. One. Seven.
Back to the current game, as Selby began to build a promising break, the tension in the room was palpable. Every shot was crucial, and the strategy behind each move was evident. Selby seemed to be contemplating the
15.
positioning of the pink ball, a decision that could influence the flow of the game. But in a surprising move, he chose to delay that strategic play. The subsequent shots were a blend of skill and strategy, with Selby aiming to position the Reds advantageously.
23.
However, snooker is unpredictable.
Mark Selby, 37.
A slight miscalculation from Selby gave Ronnie an opening, a window of opportunity. And in the world of snooker, you give Ronnie O'Sullivan an inch, and he'll take a mile. Seizing the moment, Ronnie showcased why he's considered one of the best, capitalizing on the chance presented to him.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
In the midst of a tense match, Ronnie showcased his unparalleled skill with a shot that could only be described as brilliant. The precision and control he exhibited were a testament to his years of experience and mastery of the game. On the other side of the table, Mark Selby had earlier made a move that left him visibly concerned. Although he might have left only a thin sliver of the red ball exposed, the limited options available to him made it clear that he was in a tight spot. Every move in snooker can drastically change the trajectory of the game, and Selby was feeling the weight of that reality. With the cue ball positioned behind the green, the next shot required a level of finesse that only seasoned players possess. The atmosphere in the room was electric. Each frame of the game felt like its own intense battle, with both players giving their all. The strategies employed, the risks taken, and the sheer skill displayed made it clear that this was a match for the ages.
17.
Yet, despite the progress and the brilliant plays, the game was far from over. There was still a considerable journey ahead, with
5.
both players needing to dig deep and strategize meticulously to secure a win in this frame. The snooker table, bathed in the soft glow of overhead lights, becomes the
Mark Selby,
focal point
5.
of the room. The weight of the moment is palpable. Each frame in this match has been a battle, a delicate dance of strategy and skill, and this frame, teetering on the edge of uncertainty, is no different. Selby, ever the cerebral player, is already several steps ahead. He doesn't just see the immediate challenge, he's envisioning the entire board. His aim isn't merely to get behind the black ball for a snooker. He's also acutely aware of the pink ball's positioning, understanding that its placement could be the key to turning the tide. In Selby's mind, a snooker's effectiveness diminishes if the pink is anywhere close to a cushion. On the other side, Ronnie faces his own set of challenges. His next escape shot is fraught with potential pitfalls. Depending on his chosen trajectory, there lurks the danger of an in-off into the bottom left corner. Such a mistake could swing the momentum back in Selby's favor. As the minutes tick by, Selby identifies a glimmer of opportunity. He contemplates his next move, weighing the pros and cons of repositioning the pink. He believes that achieving a snooker using the right half of the pink is possible, but first, the pink must be moved away from its current position. The tension in the room is almost tangible as Ronnie approaches what could be the defining shot of the frame. After facing a minor setback earlier, he clinches the first frame back, leading the match 3-2 against the formidable Selby. As the tension in the room palpably thickens, Mark Selby, trailing by a narrow margin of 3-2, steps up to initiate the sixth frame. The trajectory of the match thus far suggests a nail-bitingly close contest when they reconvene for the evening session. However, the unpredictable nature of snooker means that if O'Sullivan can harness his renowned prowess and find his top form, he might just establish a commanding lead by the time night falls. This looming possibility amplifies the importance of the frames that lie ahead, making every shot, every decision, absolutely pivotal for both competitors. The game's intricacies become more evident as it progresses. A delicate touch on the edge of the bunt catches the eye of seasoned observers. Ronnie, ever the strategist, seems to be plotting a few moves ahead, aiming to release the cue ball to set himself up for subsequent shots. Presented with what appears to be a straightforward shot, the weight of the moment isn't lost on him. A challenging slice on the black ball looms, reminiscent of a similar shot he faltered on earlier. Such memories, even if fleeting, can play tricks on a player's confidence. Ronnie's approach, usually characterized by its fluidity and confidence, seems more measured today. Instead of diving into ambitious plays involving the cluster of reds, he's opting for more conservative, sure-shot strategies. But even to the casual observer, there's an unmistakable hesitancy in his moves. His usually impeccable placement of the cue ball seems slightly off-mark, leading to a performance that, while still impressive, lacks the usual O'Sullivan flair. His timing, a crucial element in snooker, feels disrupted. Speculations arise about him adjusting his cue action, a tactic he's resorted to in previous matches. This constant recalibration might be affecting his rhythm and flow, making his gameplay less predictable than usual. On the other side of the table, Selby, with his hawk-eye focus, is undoubtedly picking up on these subtle shifts in Ronnie's gameplay. Selby's reputation as a keen observer is well known in snooker circles. He's the kind of player who absorbs every detail of the venue's ambience, always aware of the ongoing match's pulse and the individual performances of his peers. This innate ability to read the room and his opponent gives him a unique edge, allowing him to adjust his strategies on the fly. As the match unfolds, the psychological warfare between the two titans becomes as gripping as the physical game on the table. Every move, every glance, every decision is a testament to their years of experience, skill, and the burning desire to emerge victorious. In the world of snooker, few matchups generate as much anticipation and excitement as a face-off between Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan. Their games are not just about potting balls, they're a strategic battle, a mental chess match on a green baize. As the current game unfolds, Selby finds himself in a slight deficit, trailing 3-2. The commencement of frame 6 is crucial. The atmosphere in the room is thick with tension, each spectator aware of the significance of every shot. The overarching sentiment is that the evening session could be a close affair. However, there's always the looming possibility of O'Sullivan, known for his explosive style, suddenly igniting the table and establishing a commanding lead. These upcoming frames aren't just about points, they're about momentum, psychology, and setting the tone for the rest of the match. It's worth noting the surprising statistic of the match so far, only one half-century break, a 54 from Selby in the third frame. This isn't typical for players of their caliber, suggesting that neither has fully settled into their rhythm or perhaps the conditions of the table are proving challenging. Reflecting on O'Sullivan's recent performance against John Higgins provides some insights. He showcased a level of focus and determination that even he admitted might not have been present in a different setting. His adaptability and resilience were commendable. Selby, on the other hand, is the epitome of consistency. Regardless of the venue, opponent, or situation, he brings the same meticulous, strategic approach to every game. Selby's recent gameplay has been a masterclass in precision and strategy. Even when the splits from the bunch haven't been favorable, he's maneuvered the table with an intent that's hard to counter. His shot-making prowess, combined with his ability to think several shots ahead, has been evident. A particular highlight was his calculated shot on the black, setting himself up perfectly for the subsequent reds. However, it's not just about the pots and breaks. It's the psychological warfare, the safety
36.
battles, the tactical snookers, and the test of patience and nerve. Selby seems to have a slight edge in this department as the match progresses. O'Sullivan, despite his undeniable talent, has shown moments of vulnerability, especially with his cue ball control.
39.
The match hangs in a delicate balance. Every shot, every decision from here on will shape the narrative of this epic encounter. In the grand tapestry of snooker rivalries, this O'Sullivan-Selby match is shaping up to be a classic chapter. The outcome remains in the realm of unpredictability, but one thing is certain. It's a masterclass in snooker from two of the game's greatest exponents. In the heart of Shanghai, two of snooker's most formidable talents, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby, are locked in a gripping contest. As the seventh frame of a potential 19 unfolds, the scoreboard reads a tantalizing 3-3, reflecting the neck-and-neck battle that has been transpiring on the green baize. The atmosphere in the room is thick with anticipation. Every shot, every decision, and every movement is under the microscope, not just by the players themselves, but by the keen-eyed audience, who hang on to every twist and turn of this riveting match. The silence is occasionally punctuated by the soft thud of the cue ball, the clink of the balls colliding, and the muted whispers of the commentators analyzing each play.
Mark Selby, 3.
Selby, on the other hand, has had a minor hiccup, losing control of his cue ball. Despite this, he manages to pot a crucial ball, but the aftermath isn't ideal. The position of the cue ball post shot could have been better, and this might just give Ronnie the opening he needs.
1.
Mark Selby, often dubbed the Jester from Leicester, is renowned for his methodical and strategic approach to the game. Playing against him is akin to a high-stakes chess match. He's the kind of player who will make you work for every
9.
point, ensuring that you're constantly on your toes. Memories of their past encounters, especially a nail-biting semi-final at the World Championship, come flooding back. That 3-day marathon was a testament to their skill, endurance, and mental fortitude.
17.
It's worth noting that snooker, in its early days, had matches that spanned several weeks. The sheer mental and physical stamina required for such encounters is unimaginable. Back to the present, Ronnie seems to be finding his rhythm, a dangerous sign for any opponent. A couple of his shots, especially the screw shots, are executed with such precision and timing that they hint at him getting into his signature flow.
31.
The beauty of this game lies in its unpredictability. One moment you're in control, and the next, the tables can turn. As the frame progresses, the tension escalates. Both players, with their unique styles and strategies, are looking for that one opportunity, that one slip up from the opponent, to capitalize and surge ahead. This match is not just about potting balls, it's a battle of wits, strategy, and nerves. And as
45.
the audience watches with bated breath, it's clear that this contest is far from over. The tension in the room was palpable as the seventh frame of a possible
53.
19 commenced. The scoreboard read 3-3, a testament to the evenly matched skills of Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby, two giants of the snooker world, battling it out in Shanghai.
61.
As the game progressed, the audience could sense that Ronnie was finding his rhythm, with each shot executed more confidently than the last.
69.
Mark Selby, known for his strategic gameplay, was always going to give Ronnie a run for his money. The two have had numerous encounters in the past, with each match being a test of endurance and skill.
75.
Recollections of their semi-final match at the World Championship a couple of years ago came to mind. It was a match that spanned 3 days, testing the mental fortitude of both players. Ronnie had emerged victorious then, showcasing his resilience and ability to dig deep when it mattered
83.
most. Back in the present game, Ronnie's form was becoming increasingly evident. His cue ball control was impeccable, and he was setting himself up for a
89.
potential century. The audience could sense a shift in momentum. Ronnie's shots were fluid, and his cue ball control was on point. It was as if he had found a new gear, and was now accelerating towards victory. As the frame progressed, Ronnie's mastery over the table
95.
became even more evident. The audience watched in awe as he effortlessly moved the cue ball around, setting himself up for shot after shot. It was a masterclass in snooker, and a reminder of why Ronnie is considered one of the greatest players of all time.
104.
As the frame concluded, the scoreboard read 4-3 in
108.
favor of Ronnie. With 2 crucial frames left in the opening session, the stakes were high. Both players knew that every shot mattered, and the audience was in for a treat as the battle between these two titans
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
continued.
139.
In the high-stakes world of professional snooker, every match is a testament to skill, strategy, and mental fortitude. The ongoing duel between Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan is no exception. Both players, with their storied careers and numerous accolades, have come to represent the pinnacle of the sport. Their current face-off is not just a game, but a chapter in the annals of snooker history. Mark Selby, often referred to as the Jester from Leicester, has always been known for his tactical acumen. His ability to strategize and lay intricate traps for his opponents is legendary. However, in this match, despite his best efforts and strategic gameplay, he has found himself playing catch-up. On the other side of the table stands Ronnie O'Sullivan, the Rocket, a player whose name is synonymous with flair, speed, and precision. Currently leading 4-3, O'Sullivan's recent frame win, where he scored an uninterrupted 113, is a testament to his unparalleled skill. This might be an indication of him hitting his stride, a warning sign for Selby. Amidst the tension-filled atmosphere of the arena, an external perspective came from former professional snooker player, Bassin El Tahan. He took to social media to share a slow-motion replay of a contentious shot from earlier in the match. This
Foul
shot had
and
become the
miss.
subject of much debate.
Selby.
Was it the red or the black that
5.
was contacted first? Such moments highlight the immense scrutiny and pressure that referees face. In a world where technology allows millions to dissect every move, the referees must rely on their real-time judgment. Back to the green battlefield, Selby, ever the tactician, found himself in a challenging position. An unintentional thick contact on one of his shots could have been a costly error. Recognizing this, he sportingly acknowledged it, a gesture that speaks volumes about his character. O'Sullivan, however, wasn't immune to the pressures of the game. A missed pot, which many would consider straightforward, saw the cue ball drift inconveniently. This led to a moment of visible frustration from the Rocket. Selby, sensing an opening, was then presented with a shot that demanded perfection. The objective? Navigate the cue ball back up the table with impeccable precision. Despite his valiant effort, the shot fell short. The tension in the room was palpable, almost as if the audience was collectively holding its breath.
Mark Selby, 5.
In another intriguing moment, O'Sullivan seemed momentarily distracted. A glance upwards hinted at a possible disturbance. In a sport where concentration is paramount, such moments can have significant implications. Both players are not just battling each other, but also contending with external elements and their own internal pressures. As the match unfolds, it's clear that this isn't just a game. It's a battle of wills, a test of skill, and a showcase of the very best that snooker has to offer. Every shot, every decision, and every moment adds to the rich tapestry of this epic encounter. The snooker world was abuzz with anticipation as two of the sport's titans, Ronnie and Selby, faced off in what was proving to be an electrifying match. The atmosphere was thick with tension,
14.
as every pot and safety played had the potential to shift the balance of power.
Mark Selby.
Ronnie,
4.
known for his flamboyant style and rapid play, had been leading the match 4-3. His recent victory in the last frame, where he managed to score an impressive 113 in a single visit, was a testament to his form and focus. This masterful performance raised questions among fans and pundits alike. Was this the turning point for Ronnie? Was he about to dominate the rest of the match?
Nine.
The match was full of surprises. Ronnie, usually so sure-footed and accurate, seemed to falter with some of his shots. It was uncharacteristic and left many wondering if the pressure was getting to him. Selby, sensing an opportunity, pressed on. He continued to display his top-tier skills, managing to neutralize the momentum Ronnie had built in the previous frame.
26.
With a lead of 50 points, Selby looked poised to level the match at 4-4.
40.
This potential outcome set the stage for a nail-biting final frame for the session, with the balance of power hanging in the balance.
7. 48.
As the frames progressed, Selby's prowess was
56.
undeniable. He achieved his third half-century of the match and was on track for a century break, which would be a significant milestone. Notably, he had recently edged past snooker legend Stephen Hendry's all-time tally at the
62.
Wuhan Open qualifiers, adding another feather to his cap.
$76.
The match was evolving into a classic showdown. Selby's 101 clearance, hot on the heels of Ronnie's 113 in the previous frame, showcased the high-caliber snooker both players were delivering. With the session drawing to a close, fans were on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the thrilling conclusion of this epic encounter. The atmosphere in the snooker hall was palpable with tension as Ronnie O'Sullivan, a legend of the game, began the last frame of the session. The scoreboard read 4-4, a tie with his formidable opponent, Mark Selby. Both players, with their unique styles and strengths, were well aware that the outcome of this frame would not only give one of them a slight edge, but also set the psychological tone for the evening session. Every shot, every decision, and every strategy would be under scrutiny, both by the players themselves and the keen-eyed audience. As the frame unfolded, Ronnie found himself in a challenging position. A particular red ball lay in wait, and the question was whether he could pot it without causing an unintended cannon. The weight of the decision was evident in his contemplative gaze. After taking his time, he took the shot, but fate wasn't on his side. The pot was missed, opening the door for Selby. Mark Selby, known in snooker circles for his meticulous approach and strategic mindset, saw this as an opportunity. He stepped up, eyeing the table, calculating angles and trajectories in his mind. He made a commendable pot, but the game's dynamics presented another challenge. The black ball was out of play. This situation, however, also presented an opportunity. If Selby could strategically bring the pink ball into play, he could potentially shift the balance of the frame in his favor. Undeterred, Selby took on another challenging shot using the rest. The difficulty of this shot was evident, but Selby's determination shone through. He then showcased his mastery with a shot that left many in awe. Using a left-hand side spin, he directed the cue ball with such precision that it glided up the right wing, setting the stage for his next move. The game was reaching its climax. Selby, with a clear strategy in mind, aimed to disperse some reds into open positions, setting himself up for subsequent pots. The pink and blue balls, strategically positioned, awaited their turn. With a swift and confident move, Selby executed his plan perfectly, leaving him in a dominant position on the table. This frame was turning out to be a masterclass in snooker strategy and skill, a testament to the prowess of two of the game's greatest players. The audience, captivated by every move, awaited the conclusion of what was shaping up to be a classic encounter.
30.
Mark Selby is showing promising signs on the table. Throughout this break, he's navigated several challenges with finesse. Selby's journey to this point has been anything but easy. His early life was marked by financial struggles in Leicester, yet, this year, he received an MBE from Princess Anne, a moment of great pride and reflection for him. It's a testament to how far he's come, not just in snooker, but in life. Beyond his snooker achievements, Selby has also been recognized for his charitable work
51.
in Leicester. The quality of the game has noticeably improved, especially in the last few frames. Selby, in particular, seems to be in top form. He's been consistently hitting his marks and looks confident with every shot. Even when faced with challenges, Selby remains unflappable, a testament to his mental strength. It's interesting to note the dynamics between Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan. While Selby respects O'Sullivan immensely, he doesn't fear him. Some top players might be intimidated by O'Sullivan's reputation, especially given his unbeaten streak in China, but Selby has always held his own against him. Their past encounters have shown that Selby doesn't back down easily. Despite O'Sullivan's impressive record in this event, Selby has actually won more matches in the Shanghai Masters over the years. This underlines his consistent performance in China. The match has seen a series of impressive breaks, with O'Sullivan scoring 113 to lead 4-3, followed by Selby's 101 to level at 4-4. The opening session has set the stage for an electrifying continuation of this face-off between two snooker greats. For the first time in the match, Selby has taken the lead at 5-4. The atmosphere is palpable as the evening session of the snooker match is set to commence. The audience, both in the arena and those watching from their homes, can sense the tension and excitement in the air. The green baize of the snooker table gleams under the spotlight, waiting for the next chapter of this riveting contest to unfold. As the 10th frame gets underway, Mark Selby, known for his meticulous and strategic gameplay, steps up to the table. He's leading, albeit by a slender margin. This lead, though slight, is a testament to his resilience and skill, especially given that he was trailing by 2 frames earlier in the match. The journey of this game so far has been a roller coaster of emotions, with both players showcasing their prowess and determination.
Six.
The history between the two players, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark
Oh.
Selby, is rich and storied. Their rivalry has been the stuff of legends in the snooker world. While O'Sullivan has had other notable rivals like John Higgins, his face-offs with Selby have always had an added layer of intensity.
20.
Their past encounters, spanning World Finals, UK Finals, and semi-finals, have left fans on the edge of their seats. One match that stands out in the annals of their rivalry is the 2020 World Championship semi-final. In that nail-biting contest, O'Sullivan staged a remarkable comeback, clinching victory by winning the last 3 frames. Their subsequent meetings have been sparse, but each has been a testament to their skill and tenacity. In the current frame, O'Sullivan, known for his flamboyant and aggressive style, seems to be adopting a more cautious approach. He appears reluctant to engage in prolonged safety battles with Selby, a strategy Selby is renowned for. But the nature of the game dictates that O'Sullivan must play the shots as they present themselves. Despite this apparent hesitance, there's no denying O'Sullivan's mastery over the game. His safety play is impeccable, but it's when he's on the offensive, potting balls with precision and setting up for the next shot, that he truly comes alive. His ability to make complex shots look effortless is a sight to behold.
$21. 27.
However, the game of snooker is unpredictable. A slight miscalculation by O'Sullivan gives Selby a golden opportunity to capitalize. But the path to victory is never straightforward. Selby faces his own set of challenges, particularly with a tricky red ball placed precariously near the cushion. After some strategic play, Selby finds himself in a difficult position, leading to a missed shot on a crucial red.
Selby, 40.
This error provides O'Sullivan with a window of opportunity, which he seizes with both hands, leveling the score at 5 frames each. This match is turning out to be a classic, filled with twists and turns. Both players have showcased moments of sheer brilliance, but they've also displayed moments of vulnerability. As the evening progresses, it becomes evident that this isn't just a game of snooker, it's a battle of wills, strategy, and skill. Each frame, each shot, and each decision could be the difference between victory and defeat. The audience is in for a treat as these two snooker titans continue their duel, with the outcome hanging in the balance.
28.
O'Sullivan's performance in Shanghai has been nothing short of spectacular. As he clinched the first frame of tonight's session, whispers filled the room, reminding everyone of his undefeated streak in Shanghai since 2016. This city holds a special place in the snooker world, especially after the 4-year hiatus due to the pandemic. But now, with the return of the game, O'Sullivan, fondly known as the Rocket, has made a triumphant comeback, much to the delight of his fans. Ronnie's prowess on the snooker table is unparalleled. One of the most talked about aspects of his game is his ability to use his left hand to add an extra spin during the break-off. This unique skill showcases his adaptability and versatility, making him a formidable opponent. It's not just about the shots he makes, but the way he makes them, often leaving spectators and opponents in awe.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
On the other side of the table, Mark Selby, another titan of the game, had a momentary lapse when he came too close to the red ball. Such moments are a testament to the unpredictability and excitement of snooker. In the early days of O'Sullivan's career, his decision to break off with the opposite hand raised many eyebrows. Traditionalists saw it as audacious, with some even considering it a mockery. But as he continued to deliver impeccable shots with his left hand, the critiques faded, replaced by admiration for his groundbreaking approach to the game.
Foul. And miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Selby's recent performance, however, has been a mixed bag. A glaring error occurred when he unintentionally hit the blue ball during what should have been a routine safety shot. The black ball's position added another layer of complexity to the game. It brought back memories of a previous match where Selby, despite a stellar break of 99, missed the yellow. Yet, Selby's past performances have shown that even with the black ball in a challenging position, he can craft strategies around lower value colors to secure victory. Both these giants of snooker, O'Sullivan and Selby, have a storied history, decorated with numerous world titles. Their vast experience is evident in their gameplay, with each player demonstrating resilience, strategy, and mental fortitude. Their matches are not just about potting balls, they're a mental chess game, with each player anticipating the other's moves and countering them with precision.
1.
Selby's record against O'Sullivan is a testament to his skill and determination. He has defeated the Rocket in the finals of major tournaments like the UK, the Masters, and the World Championship. Achieving victory in the face of O'Sullivan's massive London fan base during the Masters is particularly noteworthy. The Triple Crown is a jewel in any snooker player's career, and Selby's victories against O'Sullivan in these finals add a golden touch to his already illustrious career. However, the rivalry remains balanced, with O'Sullivan also having his moments of triumph against Selby, particularly in 2 Masters finals. This ongoing rivalry promises more thrilling encounters in the future, much to the delight of snooker enthusiasts worldwide. The atmosphere in the room is palpable as the match evolves into a strategic safety battle. Both players, seasoned professionals, are engaged in a high-stakes chess match on the green baize. Every shot, every decision, is crucial, and the audience is on the edge of their seats, trying to predict which player will gain the upper hand.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. 9.
Selby's reputation precedes him. He's not just a player, he's a tactician. He often takes those extra moments, sometimes minutes, to ensure he's making the best move. While some players might aim for aggressive safety shots, Selby understands the value of patience. He knows that sometimes, the best move is to maintain a tight control over the game, ensuring his opponent doesn't get an easy opportunity. However, playing against Ronnie O'Sullivan requires a different kind of strategy. O'Sullivan, often referred to as the Rocket for his rapid playing style, has a vast and unparalleled skill set. What might be considered a safe play against another opponent might not hold up against him. Selby's gameplay is a masterclass in snooker strategy. Every shot is a lesson in patience, discipline, and foresight. He's always looking for the best shot, even if it means playing a more conservative game. In this frame, he's had to carefully consider his options, especially with the black and pink balls being in less than ideal positions.
19.
As the game progresses, Selby continues to strategize, thinking several shots ahead. He's considering how to free the black ball, which would give him a clearer path to pot the remaining
25.
reds. He's focusing on the blue ball to help him navigate the table. Selby's break is a testament to his skill and experience. He needs to find the gap between the reds to position himself well for the blue. This would then free the path for another
31.
red near the pink spot. But even with a lead, Selby's break isn't straightforward. He's considering the red above the pink, trying to determine if it's potable. If it isn't, he'll need to play a cannon shot, adding another layer of complexity to this already tense
37.
frame. The outcome of this frame hangs in the balance. Both players are showcasing their strategic prowess, and every move could be the difference between victory and defeat. In the world of snooker, every shot counts, and every move is a dance between strategy and skill. Mark Selby, known for his meticulous gameplay, showcased a commendable break that was a testament to his dedication and prowess on the table.
53.
Each stroke was calculated, each move deliberate, as he navigated the table with precision. However, in the unpredictable world of
Mark
snooker,
Selby,
even the
60.
best can't rest easy. Ronnie O'Sullivan, a legend in his own right, still saw a glimmer of hope. The frame was far from over, and there were points on the board waiting to be claimed. O'Sullivan, with his years of experience, was contemplating his next move. He considered pushing a red into play, a move that would not only challenge Selby but also ensure that his cue ball remained untouchable. The table's layout, while not overly complex, still posed challenges. Selby might have had the lead, but in snooker, the game can turn on a dime. Selby's reputation precedes him. He's known for his defensive gameplay, a master at safeguarding leads, and methodically inching towards victory. But the game took an unexpected turn when O'Sullivan, in a rare moment of oversight, inadvertently hit the blue. This slip gave Selby a golden opportunity. With the table set in his favor, Selby could aim for the pot, artfully dodging the black and red. And with the yellow ball strategically positioned over the pocket, he was staring at a potential frame-winning shot. Yet, snooker is as much about mental fortitude as it is about skill. Selby's subsequent shot was a departure from his usual precision. Perhaps he intended a thinner clip or a more nuanced approach, but his ambitious shot didn't land as expected. This left O'Sullivan in a quandary. The maestro of snooker found himself in a tricky spot. Potting the red and ending up in balk wasn't ideal, especially with the yellow offering no strategic advantage. Moreover, the green wasn't a favorable option either. With the pink positioned awkwardly, the odds seemed stacked against him. Awareness is key in snooker, and Selby was acutely conscious of the scoreboard's implications. O'Sullivan, even with a 39-point deficit, seemed to have a tactical edge, but a slight misjudgment might have just tilted the scales in Selby's favor. Selby's subsequent shot wasn't his finest moment, but it did leave O'Sullivan in a contemplative mood. O'Sullivan, always the strategist, weighed his options. He initially toyed with the idea of taking the red around the angles, but eventually sought some cover. Selby had a plan, to push the red to the other side cushion, with the white ball inching closer to the pink or black, setting the stage for the next phase of this riveting contest. In the hallowed halls where snooker legends are made, a moment of sheer unpredictability unfolded. Mark Selby, known for his meticulous approach to the game, made a move that was slightly heavy-handed. While the shot's execution wasn't perfect, Selby managed to maintain control over the cue ball, showcasing his unparalleled skill. This unexpected twist caught Ronnie O'Sullivan, a maestro in his own right, completely off guard. He had been mentally preparing his strategy to escape from what seemed like an inevitable snooker, only to be jolted by the realization of a foul, granting him a rare free ball. The atmosphere in the room was electric, thick with tension. Every move was met with bated breath, as spectators and fans alike were engrossed in this battle of titans. Selby's renowned defensive prowess was on full display, making it increasingly challenging for O'Sullivan to find an opening. Each glance at the scoreboard was a reminder of the high stakes, with both players acutely aware of the game's significance. Selby's cautious approach was evident throughout the match. He was particularly wary around the pink ball, a potential game-changer. Every shot was calculated, with Selby trying to avoid any move that might tilt the balance in O'Sullivan's favor. His primary concern was preventing O'Sullivan from getting a snooker, a move that could turn the tide of the game. However, Selby's meticulous planning and strategy paid off in spades. He played a brilliant shot, leaving O'Sullivan with limited options and effectively cornering him. As the frame progressed, Selby's advantage became more pronounced. The yellow ball shot, combined with a masterfully executed snooker, seemed to be the turning point. But in a game as unpredictable as snooker, nothing was set in stone. session was a roller coaster of emotions
8.
and skill. O'Sullivan, with his aggressive and flamboyant style, had started strong, leading 2-0.
11.
But by the afternoon, Selby, with his methodical and calculated approach, had clawed his way back, edging out O'Sullivan 5-4. The
15.
lengthy 11th frame was a testament to both players' resilience, skill, and sheer determination. In the end, after a
20.
grueling battle of wits and strategy, Mark Selby emerged victorious, leading Ronnie O'Sullivan 6-5 in the prestigious Shanghai tournament.
33. And the friend, Mark Selby.
The evening session of the snooker match has been a masterclass in strategy and skill, with both players, Mark Selby and Ronnie O'Sullivan, showcasing their prowess on the green base. The atmosphere in the room is palpable, with each frame unfolding like a carefully choreographed dance, full of suspense and unexpected turns. 2 frames into the session, and the scoreboard tells a story of its own. Both frames have been claimed, one by each player, making the contest even more riveting. Mark Selby, with his methodical approach and tactical acumen, has managed to hold on to the lead he began the night with. Now, the score stands at 6-5 in Selby's favor against the legendary Ronnie O'Sullivan. While neither frame was marked by a flurry of high breaks, they were both gripping in their own right, teetering on the edge, with the outcome uncertain till the very end.
8.
Before the commencement of the evening's play, there was a clear strategy in O'Sullivan's mind. Known for his aggressive style and swift breaks, Ronnie wanted to steer clear of prolonged tactical battles. However, the game had other
15.
plans. Despite his intentions, O'Sullivan found himself embroiled in a strategic tussle in the previous frame. It's evident from his gameplay that he's trying to strike a balance between his natural aggressive style and the need for tactical play. He believes that a positive and assertive approach on the table gives
18.
him the best shot at victory. O'Sullivan began his assault on the open reds. With each pot, he was meticulously
25.
searching for that elusive angle on the pink, the key to breaking open the pack. While he exhibited patience, waiting for that golden opportunity, when he finally made his move to split the
30.
bunch, it appeared he might have hesitated a moment too long. An earlier chance, which he bypassed, might have offered a more fruitful outcome.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 38.
In contrast, Selby's subsequent play was a testament to his resilience and skill. He executed a beautifully struck shot with finesse, positioning himself favorably on the blue. With a clear plan in mind, he aimed to disrupt the cluster of balls, targeting the red near the pink spot. The precision and control he displayed were nothing short of exemplary.
7.
The snooker world has been treated to a masterclass as Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby face off in a match that's proving to be nothing short of a classic. Every shot, every
14.
decision, and every strategy is being dissected by fans and experts alike, with both players showcasing their immense skill and tactical acumen. O'Sullivan's lead of 38, at first glance, might seem like a minor advantage,
21.
but in the high-stakes world of professional snooker, every point counts. The solitary red ball, strategically positioned up the table on the left, has become the focal point of the frame. It's not just a ball, it's a statement, a challenge. If Selby can inch towards victory without
28.
addressing that red, he might strategically save it for the end, turning it into a potential game changer. This situation, while seemingly simple, gives O'Sullivan a psychological edge and a glimmer of hope. Selby, known for his meticulous approach and deep
35.
thinking, seems to have charted out his path. His immediate goal is clear: pot the open reds. But beyond that, he's already thinking several moves ahead, plotting how to position himself to tackle that last tricky red. The yellow ball, in its current position, appears to be the
41.
key to unlocking that challenge. But Selby knows that this potential solution is still a few moves away. For now, he must remain focused on the present, potting the available balls and setting the stage for the endgame. Securing a 7-5 lead would not just give Selby a numerical advantage, it would be a psychological victory, a statement of intent, especially considering the trajectory of this frame. Yet, Selby's subsequent choices have raised eyebrows. His decision to play a shot where he lost control of the cue ball was uncharacteristic, and the consequences
Selby,
were immediate.
54.
He found himself snookered. O'Sullivan, ever the opportunist, sensed the shift in momentum. With a daring shot down the cushion, he not only potted the ball but also sent a clear message: he's not backing down. The ball, teetering on the edge, finally dropped into the pocket, marking a significant shift in the frame's momentum. O'Sullivan now found himself in the driver's seat, with a clear path for a swift counterattack. Methodically potting the remaining balls, including the crucial pink, he edged closer to securing the frame. However, in the heat of the moment, even the best can miscalculate. O'Sullivan realized he wouldn't need the black ball to win, easing his task considerably.
14.
This frame, while just one in a series, has taken on monumental importance. Selby, once in a commanding position after O'Sullivan's initial error, found himself on the back foot as O'Sullivan's remarkable pot of the last red turned the tide. The scoreboard now reads 6-6, a testament to the roller coaster journey both players have taken us on, with both showcasing their unparalleled skill, strategy, and resilience in equal measure. In the hallowed halls of snooker, where the gentle click of balls and the hushed whispers of the audience create an atmosphere of intense concentration, the game was reaching a crucial juncture. With just one frame left before the much-anticipated mid-session break, the tension was palpable. Every move, every shot, and every decision would be scrutinized, not just by the players themselves, but by the thousands watching.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, a maestro of the
6.
green baize, had just managed to pull a rabbit out of the hat, snatching a frame that seemed to be slipping away. This unexpected turn of events might have been a psychological blow for many, but for seasoned players like Ronnie, it was just another twist in the tale. The game, up to this point, had been a roller coaster of emotions, with both players likely reflecting on moments they'd rather forget. Missed opportunities, slight misjudgments, and the ever-present pressure of the championship were all playing their part. Mark Selby, known for his tactical acumen, was not to be outdone. He had his moments of brilliance, but also moments where things didn't go as planned. One such instance was when he lost control after failing to get the cannon on the last red. At this elite level of snooker, where the margin between victory and defeat is razor
5.
thin, such moments can be game changers. The beauty of snooker lies in its unpredictability. A game where the smallest of margins can determine the outcome, every shot is a calculated risk. Snooker is a game of ebbs and flows. Not every shot, no matter how well-intentioned, goes as planned. Ronnie's ambitious attempt to split the reds didn't yield the desired result, offering Selby a glimmer of hope.
Mark Selby. 16.
The frame continued in a dance of strategy and skill. Selby, with a well-judged pace, left Ronnie pondering his next move. Ronnie, ever the strategist, meticulously scanned the table, looking for the best way to unlock it. He possesses an uncanny ability to visualize the game several moves ahead, identifying key shots that can open up the table for a potential break. This combination of foresight and skill has been the cornerstone of many of his century breaks. As the frame progressed, it became evident that O'Sullivan's early shots, where he strategically brings balls into play, were setting the stage for his subsequent brilliance. It's a masterclass in the art of snooker, where strategy, skill, and a bit of luck intertwine to create magic on the green baize. The match, filled with twists and turns, was a testament to the beauty and complexity of snooker, showcasing the sport at its very best. Ronnie O'Sullivan's recent shot didn't seem to meet his expectations. He appeared to have
Ronnie
miscalculated the stun,
30.
leaving him questioning if he could still make the red. For a fleeting moment, it seemed like a reprieve for the opponent waiting in the chair. But, in a twist, Ronnie's shot, which initially seemed to be out of sheer frustration, managed to pot the ball. However, this wasn't the Ronnie everyone was accustomed to. His usually impeccable cue ball control seemed off. Every shot he took seemed to be a gamble, with the ball barely making it or missing by a hair's breadth. It was evident that he was agitated, especially when he didn't land straight on the black, a position he usually dominates. On the other hand, Mark Selby seemed to be capitalizing on these rare mistakes. He was methodically potting balls,
9.
navigating the table with precision. It was evident that he was trying to counteract Ronnie's earlier dominance. Selby's shots were well executed, and he seemed to be in control, positioning himself for a potential frame win. The frame's progression was reminiscent of the previous ones that evening. Neither player was able to secure a win in a single visit, and both had their moments of brilliance and blunders. The tension was palpable, every shot mattered, and the smallest error could tilt the balance. Selby's consistent performance seemed to be paying off.
35.
He was slowly but surely building a lead, and it was clear that he was relieved to maintain any advantage over Ronnie, especially after the latter's unexpected errors. The match was shaping up to be a classic, with both players showcasing their skills and determination.
43. $52. 55.
By the end of the session, Mark Selby managed to secure a brilliant break, bringing the score to 7-6 in his favor.
59.
The evening's frames were evenly split between the two snooker giants, setting the stage for an
64.
intense continuation of their duel.
70. 77.
The atmosphere in the room is electric as the players make their return, signaling the commencement of the second part of their intense match. Every move, every stroke, and every decision they make is under the scrutiny of eager eyes, waiting to see who will gain the upper hand. Mark Selby, known for his strategic gameplay, surprisingly doesn't start off on the best note. His break-off, which many expected to be flawless, was far from perfect. The balls, instead of settling into their usual patterns, found themselves in unexpected positions on the table. This unexpected turn of events seemed to catch Ronnie, his opponent, off guard. It's moments like these that highlight the unpredictability of the game and keep both the players and the audience on their toes. Selby's thick break-off, especially this deep into the match, raised a few eyebrows. Was it a mere oversight, or perhaps a momentary lapse in concentration after the interval? Such moments of vulnerability can change the course of the game, making every second crucial. The dynamics of the semi-finals have been a hot topic among fans and enthusiasts. Some argue that the structure should be revised, with the first 9 frames played on day 1 and both semi-finals concluding the next day. This, they believe, would ensure a level playing field. However, the unpredictability of match outcomes could potentially lead to a less engaging second day, which is a risk organizers might not be willing to take. Selby's performance, despite the initial hiccup, has been nothing short of commendable. Even when the balls haven't been in the most favorable positions, he's managed to navigate the table with a certain fluidity and finesse. Critics often draw comparisons between him and O'Sullivan, pointing out that Selby doesn't make the game look as effortless. But it's essential to remember that every player brings their unique flair and style to the table. Selby's resilience, a trait he attributes to his late father's teachings, sets him apart. His never-give-up attitude, even in the face of adversity, makes him a formidable opponent and a favorite among many. In the modern era of snooker, a player's prowess is often gauged by their century breaks. Selby's recent achievement of surpassing the legendary Stephen Hendry's record by marking his 779th century is a testament to his skill and dedication. In a world where achieving 1,000 centuries is seen as a benchmark for greatness, Selby's consistent performance and milestones are noteworthy. As the match unfolds, fans and enthusiasts are on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting more such moments of brilliance and memorable gameplay. In the midst of the game, Mark Selby's focus was razor-sharp. He knew that a break of 80 would not only bolster his confidence, but would also provide a strategic advantage, giving him a 2-frame lead. He aimed to ensure that after potting, he would have a clear shot on either the pink or blue. The blue ball, however, was not in an ideal position. But Selby, with his years of experience, knew that with a couple of open reds available, he just needed to pot the blue and pull back, giving him a choice of reds to target next. He executed his plan, and a gentle nudge on the pink seemed to solidify his advantageous position.
$58.
However, the game of snooker is as much about mental strength as it is about skill. The shot, while it looked straightforward, required precision and control. Selby had to cue it perfectly to get the desired reaction from the white ball. Throughout the night, Selby had showcased his patience and discipline in break building. He navigated the table with a surgeon's precision, even when the balls weren't ideally placed. He had a strategy: never overcomplicate, always stay in control. But then, in a twist that no one saw coming, Selby missed a shot that, for a player of his caliber, seemed elementary. It was a rare and uncharacteristic error, and it opened the door for Ronnie O'Sullivan. With the table now open, O'Sullivan had a glimmer of hope to steal the frame. The challenge was immense. He needed 3 reds and 3 blacks. But if anyone could pull off such a feat, it was O'Sullivan. With the audience holding their breath, O'Sullivan executed a sensational positional shot. It was a masterclass in skill and strategy, setting him up perfectly for the next red and black. The atmosphere was electric. Every move, every decision was critical. Selby, known for his unyielding mental fortitude, could only watch, hoping for another chance. O'Sullivan, sensing the moment's gravity, moved with a mix of caution and confidence.
41.
The transition from the brown to blue ball is always a potential stumbling block, but O'Sullivan navigated it with finesse and expertise. He was on the cusp of a remarkable clearance. Selby's earlier missed shot, which seemed so inconsequential at the time, had come back to haunt him. The drama in Shanghai was palpable, with both players now locked at 7 frames each. The anticipation for the match's remainder was sky high, promising more twists and turns in this riveting contest. The world of snooker is no stranger to dramatic twists and turns, and the significance of the previous frame, where O'Sullivan executed a monumental clearance, is a testament to that. This match, now delicately poised at 7 frames each, has taken an unexpected turn, and the atmosphere is palpable. The audience, both at the venue and those watching from their homes, can sense the shift in momentum. Mark Selby, a seasoned player known for his meticulous approach and strategic gameplay, seemed to have the frame within his grasp. However, a momentary lapse in concentration, perhaps a fleeting second where he was already thinking 2 shots ahead, proved costly. Such moments, where the mind drifts even for the briefest of moments, can be the difference between victory and defeat in a game as precise as snooker. O'Sullivan, ever the opportunist, seized this chance. His clearance wasn't just about potting the balls, it was a masterclass in precision, control, and psychological warfare. Every shot was a statement, a reminder of his prowess and his ability to thrive under pressure. His long game, which has sometimes been overshadowed by the more flamboyant aspects of his play, came to the fore. Recollections of his recent duel with John Higgins come to mind, where he showcased resilience and an uncanny ability to bounce back from early setbacks. The dynamics of this match have been altered irrevocably. What seemed like a steady march towards victory for Selby has now become a battle of nerves. O'Sullivan, with his recent display of skill and tenacity, has not just leveled the score but has also shifted the psychological balance in his favor. His control over the white ball, ensuring minimal travel and optimal positioning, is akin to a maestro leading an orchestra, making complex compositions look deceptively simple. As the match progresses, every shot, every decision, and every frame becomes even more crucial. The earlier frames, especially the one where Selby's uncharacteristic error allowed O'Sullivan to shine, will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in the narrative of this match. Both players are aware of the stakes, and as they navigate the green baize, their strategies, skills, and mental fortitude will be tested to the limit. This isn't just a game, it's a riveting story unfolding in real time, and the world is eagerly watching.
31.
Over the past few years, the snooker world has keenly observed a transformation in the dynamics between 2 of its most prominent players, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby. Their encounters on the green baize have always been a spectacle,
39.
drawing in fans and enthusiasts alike. But the underlying narrative has evolved, revealing a deeper psychological game at play. Historically, many believed that Selby held a unique advantage over Ronnie. It seemed as though Selby's methodical and strategic style of play had the power to unnerve the otherwise unflappable Ronnie. This led to a widely held perception that Selby could, in a way, get under Ronnie's skin. However, as matches unfolded and patterns emerged, it became evident that Selby wasn't employing any specific tactics to ruffle Ronnie. Instead, he was simply playing his natural game, a hard, tough match snooker that he would employ against any opponent. Selby's focus was laser-sharp, centered on his own game, trusting in his skills, strategies, and the hours of practice behind him. The concept of spoiling tactics in snooker, where a player might deliberately play to disrupt an opponent's rhythm, is a contentious one. But in the high-stakes world of professional snooker, the ultimate objective remains clear: potting the balls to secure a win. Selby, ever the strategist, recognized the opportunity before him. A meticulously placed safety shot, combined with a tactical move that distanced the black ball from the pack, seemed to corner Ronnie. Yet, in a testament to his genius, Ronnie's shot to nothing turned the tables, effectively sealing the frame in his favor. This particular match, already brimming with tension, drama, and extraordinary plays, saw Ronnie, the Rocket, O'Sullivan inching ahead, leading with 8 frames to 7. The atmosphere in Shanghai was palpable as the players returned to the snooker table. The audience, having witnessed a series of riveting frames, eagerly anticipated the next chapter in this gripping saga. The recent frames had been a rollercoaster of emotions, with moments of sheer brilliance juxtaposed with unexpected controversies. Ronnie O'Sullivan, often referred to as the Rocket for his swift and precise gameplay, had recently showcased a clearance that could only be described as artistry in motion. Every stroke, every angle, every decision seemed to be made with a surgeon's precision. Yet, even a player of O'Sullivan's caliber wasn't immune to the vagaries of the game. A moment of contention arose when referee Wang Wei believed he had spotted a foul by O'Sullivan. The hushed whispers among the audience and the visible tension on the players' faces underscored the gravity of the situation. However, after reviewing the play, the decision was reversed, much to the relief of O'Sullivan's fans. But such moments, while momentarily disruptive, add layers of intrigue to the match narrative.
7.
Earlier in the day, another incident had raised eyebrows. During the third frame, the referee had penalized O'Sullivan for what was perceived as simultaneous contact between the red and black balls. The decision was polarizing. Some experts and fans believed it was the right call, while others felt it was a judgment too close to make with certainty. Such moments serve as a reminder of the razor-thin margins in professional snooker, and the immense pressure referees are under to make the right call.
23.
As the frame progressed, Selby's tactical approach became evident. He seemed intent on achieving perfect positioning on the pivotal black or blue balls. Such positioning can be a game changer, setting up a player for a series of successful pots. However, in a recent attempt, Selby's ambition seemed to get the better of him. Trying to pot a red while simultaneously setting up for the next shot, he faltered. Was it a momentary lapse in concentration, or was he, perhaps, thinking too many moves ahead and lost sight of the immediate task? In the world of snooker, the mental game is paramount. The ability to stay present, to focus on the task at hand, and to not be swayed by past mistakes or future challenges is crucial. As the match unfolds in Shanghai, both players, especially Selby, will need to dig deep, harnessing both their technical skills and mental strength. With each shot, the stakes get higher, and the narrative becomes even more enthralling.
23.
Selby's recent miss was significant, and it was evident in his demeanor as he returned to his seat. The past few frames have been challenging for him, filled with moments that tested his resolve. Meanwhile, Ronnie didn't quite get the position he wanted, but instead of overcomplicating things, he accepted his position and focused on the next shot. This approach paid off, as he executed a series of impressive shots, showcasing his exceptional skill and control. One particular shot, where Ronnie pinged the cue ball off the pink, was a testament to his mastery. It's moments like these that remind spectators of his unparalleled talent. The momentum seemed to be shifting in Ronnie's favor, and it felt as if he sensed Selby's vulnerability. This predatory instinct was evident in his previous match against John Higgins, where he transformed into a completely different player in the final frames.
61.
However, Ronnie's cue ball control, which had been a bit off earlier, seemed to be back on track. He was executing shots with precision, placing the cue ball exactly where he wanted. This level of control is what sets great players like O'Sullivan apart. There were questions surrounding O'Sullivan's form coming into this event, especially since he hadn't played since his defeat to Luca Brecel in the World Championship. But with each frame in this match, he seemed to be answering those questions, proving that his game was still top-notch.
84.
As the frame progressed, Ronnie was inching closer to victory, and the possibility of another century break loomed. Achieving this would add to his already impressive tally and further solidify his legacy. And while Selby is known for his resilience and never-say-die attitude, the challenge ahead was becoming increasingly daunting. The frame concluded with O'Sullivan showcasing his brilliance, making his 1,207th career century. The momentum was firmly in his corner, and he was now just one frame away from a significant victory. It seemed for a moment that Mark Selby was on the verge of leading by a couple of frames. However, a single error on his part, followed by an impressive clearance, shifted the momentum in favor of O'Sullivan. In snooker, the trajectory of a match can pivot on just one shot. While the game isn't over yet, Selby's missed pink, which could have given him an 8-6 lead, has had a profound impact. Since that miss, the dynamics of the match have changed dramatically. Adding to the tension, Ronnie's break-off wasn't his best, presenting Mark with an early opportunity. Despite the setbacks, Selby isn't one to throw in the towel, but the combination of his mistakes and O'Sullivan's resurgence must be weighing on him. He needs to regain control quickly. Selby's recent miss was quite revealing. Under different circumstances, he might have made that shot. Perhaps he was preoccupied with the potential cannon on the Reds. Regardless, leaving O'Sullivan with an early opportunity isn't going to bolster Selby's chances of a comeback.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
O'Sullivan, despite his recent surge, still has to secure the decisive frame. Over the years, Selby has made remarkable comebacks in finals, winning the last 4 frames to defeat O'Sullivan. Such memories are not easily forgotten by either player. Ronnie's recent in-off might be a minor reprieve, but it all hinges on Selby's next move with the ball in hand. Facing a challenging shot, Selby knows that a miss could leave a red exposed for O'Sullivan. With the black ball perfectly positioned, Selby needs to be fully committed. However, the pressure of the match's recent shift makes such shots even more daunting. The difficulty of the pot wasn't the only concern for Selby. The potential consequences of a miss, especially given the recent turn of events, added to the challenge.
15.
Ronnie O'Sullivan seized his first opportunity, although it wasn't without its challenges. He meticulously examined the table, trying to determine if the red at the bottom of the pack was playable. With another red in sight, he carefully weighed his options. If he didn't have the right angle, he could simply drop it in with minimal force, setting himself up for the blue and then the green pocket.
27.
O'Sullivan executed his strategy with precision. This presented him with a golden opportunity to secure the match. The significance of a single frame in a best-of-19 match cannot be understated. While it seemed like Selby would have a 2-frame lead at 8-6, a pivotal clearance shifted the score to 7-7. This change in momentum seemed to favor only one player, O'Sullivan, leaving Selby disheartened. From that point on, the match seemed to flow in one direction. O'Sullivan's approach to the game was methodical. He consistently sought to solve the puzzle of the table, identifying key shots and executing them with confidence. Even when he slightly overshot a position, he adapted, ensuring he remained in control. His ability to consistently get perfect on the blue was a testament to his skill, making break building appear effortless. As the match neared its conclusion, the weight of missed opportunities began to bear down on Selby. One particular miss on the pink, which could have given him an 8-6 lead, seemed to haunt him. Had that shot gone differently, the narrative of the match might have changed.
70. 7.
The standout feature of O'Sullivan's matches, including his game against John Higgins, was his strong finish. Even when trailing, he managed to rally and overpower his opponents. This match was no exception. O'Sullivan showcased his prowess, finishing the game with a flourish. In the end, it was a sensational match. Mark Selby, ever the sportsman, would no doubt be gracious in defeat, despite his evident disappointment. Ronnie, the Rocket, O'Sullivan's impressive comeback, winning 4 frames in a row, secured him a 10-7 victory and a spot in Sunday's final.